Hi, everybody. Welcome. I'm going to give a couple minutes for people to get on. So I'm super excited to do this class. I'm going to be going over the top 10 oils and their uses and a little bit more information. So while we're waiting for people to get on, I thought it would be a fun idea for each of our family members to introduce themselves and to share their favorite oil, or their favorite oil of the moment anyway. All right, so.
Hi, my name is Jaya. I'm the oldest, and my favorite oil is Balance because it has a really nice smell and it helps me with my anxiety and when I get mad at myself.
All right.
Hi, my name is Raja. This is my
Speak up,
favorite
honey.
oil because it helps me with anxiety.
So Peace is your favorite oil because it helps you with anxiety. So this is a roller, huh, that you carry around. This is his own personal roller that he gets to carry around. Where do you apply it?
My wrists.
Your wrists? All right, awesome. Thanks, Raja. Okay, introduce yourself, son.
Hi, my name is Solomon. My favorite oil is Douglas fir because it helps me feel happy.
So your favorite oil is Douglas fir because it makes you feel happy? Yeah. So do you know where Douglas fir is from?
Mm-hmm.
It's from New Zealand, and we've got quite a few people who are going to be on from New Zealand. So you can tell them that your favorite oil is from New Zealand, Douglas fir. All right, awesome. Okay, next. Okay, tell them who you are, honey. Okay, you're not quite tall enough for that chair. Tell them your name.
Hi, I'm Hema.
She's Hema.
And my favorite oil is juniper berry because it helps me not have nightmares.
So your favorite oil is juniper berry because it helps you to not have nightmares? All right. Thank you for sharing. And then baby Kaya is fast asleep, and I don't think she has a favorite oil yet. But, okay.
Most of you know me. I'm RA. My favorite is Deep Blue. We have the oil, the cream, roller, the capsules you can take, but you can apply this anywhere. You have sore muscles. You can use it in massage, use it in recovery. This is most guys' favorite. Peppermint's my other one, but yeah, this is a good one right here.
Awesome. All right, and then I'll share mine. Oh, actually, let's share baby first. She's fast asleep, so she'll have a favorite oil eventually. Yeah, we have, so Deep Blue usually comes in a 4-ounce container. We have the 32-ounce container because he's a licensed massage therapist. So this was his graduation gift, a long time ago in 2016. So this is the size it usually comes in. Amazing for joints and muscles. But yeah, this is the super duper size for people who really want it or for somebody who uses it in their practice. So, and I'll just share my current favorite oil. It's always changing. But my current favorite oil is Copaiba. And I just had a baby 5 weeks ago. And so it's really helped with my recovery. And it helps me a lot with my anxiety. To be honest, I took it right before I did this public class. So, all right. Well, if everybody wants to just say bye, you can see the whole family real quick before I start teaching everybody. Okay. Okay, you guys. Okay, they're gonna go downstairs, and I'm going to keep teaching you guys. So, okay. All right. Bye. All right. Now you're gonna go downstairs, sweetie. All right. So, I'm really excited to teach this class. These 10 oils that I'm about to break down for you are the 10 oils that I started with. And so they really dramatically changed things for us. A few months after getting these 10 oils, I was able to literally toss all of our kind of over-the-counter stuff and a lot of our toxic products that we were getting from the pharmacy. So that's been really great. So a couple of disclaimers before I start. My first disclaimer is that the oils are not medicine. So I won't be talking about preventing or treating or curing any diseases or illnesses. They're not medicines. There's no regulatory industry. The FDA does not regulate them other than to say that they're safe for consumption. You're going to have to take her downstairs. Okay. So I will be talking simply about how the oils can support our health and wellness and support our bodies and support our systems. And there are some really, really amazing amazing ways that it can do that. The other disclaimer I'm going to give, I am talking specifically about doTERRA essential oils. And the reason that I give that disclaimer is because we know that we can buy essential oils from a variety of different sources. And the truth is, like I said, there's no regulatory agency that really governs essential oils. And so I stand by doTERRA because of the incredible work they put in to make sure that these oils are pure and potent and safe for us to use. They have been just incredible for us. So if you go and apply the tips that I'm going to give you to oils that you purchase from the health food store or anywhere else, you won't be getting the same kinds of consistent results that we get with doTERRA. So just keep that in mind. And if somebody in the comments could share the website Source to You, so it's www.sourcetoyou.com. So look in the comments to link to that website. So this is an incredible website, and it shows the incredible testing that doTERRA puts in. So when you get your oils, if you have oils that you've purchased from doTERRA within the last 2 years, the website was implemented 2 years ago, you will see on the bottom of your single oils, this is only for single oils, you'll see this serial number, and you can type it in at the Source to You website and actually see the GCMS reports and when that batch was tested. And so you can get a peek into the intensive kinds of testing that doTERRA does to ensure that these oils are amazing. So those of you who have tried other oils, I teach lots and lots of classes live, in person, and I love seeing people's faces when they try the oils after they've experienced other oils, when they try doTERRA. So the first time, for example, that somebody uses a drop of doTERRA peppermint when they've been using peppermint that they purchased elsewhere, I love to see their face. I love to see how amazing that experience is, because it truly is life-changing when you realize that these oils are not like the other oils that you may have tried. So I'm going to start out with the top 10 oils. Let's start out with lemon. Somebody had commented, I can't see it anymore, but about lemon being their favorite oil. So let's chat a little bit about doTERRA lemon and different ways to use it. So I have a bottle of lemon in multiple rooms in the house. I use it in the kitchen for several different reasons. So we'll start there. I use it for cooking. I used it today, if you look at my post, to make a garlic aioli. I also use it to wash produce. So if you fill your sink with cold water and put in your produce and put in a couple of drops of lemon and a couple of squirts of the On Guard hand soap, if you have that, but even just the lemon, and swish it around, you'll be amazed at how much dirt is left in the water. So lemon is very, very good for cleaning. We use it for mopping. I've used it like on sticky spots, on the floor. It's really amazing to get gum out of hair. So you can get gum out of hair or out of the carpet or out of a fleece blanket in seconds flat. So it's excellent for cleaning. I love adding it to our cleaning spray. I love using it in my water. I add it to my water. And so I do about 1 drop per 8 ounces of water. When you use essential oils in water, doTERRA essential oils in water, they're very potent, so you want to be sure not to use plastic. They're very detoxifying, and they will start to break down the plastic. So lemon is incredible. And you guys in the comments, you guys are welcome to post your uses for lemon. I see some of you that I know are using doTERRA essential oils, so feel free to post your favorite uses. So I use lemon in the laundry room. I use it to freshen up towels. I use it to clean dry erase boards. Marks, yeah, Cherie says marks on the wall that your kids have drawn, yes. And lemon will actually clean even permanent marker off of dry erase boards. So hi, Luella. It's so good to see you guys. Morning. So it's morning in New Zealand. So good morning over there on the other side of the world. Here we're in the afternoon. It's so awesome to see so many of you guys. So lemon is wonderful in the diffuser. It gets rid of smells really fast, and it's such a fresh, clean smell. So lemon has tons of uses. Another use that I have is if I see my child's nose running, I will take a drop of lemon and dilute it and run it up their spine. And that will often stop the runny nose. So yeah, definitely so many cleaning purposes like kitchen, mopping the floor, definitely things like that. So lemon is amazing in salad dressing. And honestly, I just like to smell lemon. It's the oil of focus. And so I like to put it in the diffuser in the morning when I need to kind of get my to-do list kind of hammered out. So lemon is also great in conjunction with other oils. So I'm going to talk lavender and peppermint together for a moment. So lemon, lavender, and peppermint together, these 3 oils are incredible to support your respiratory and immune system when the seasons are changing. And so this trio of oils, lemon, lavender, and peppermint, I love to use in the spring and in the fall. And so I'll actually put a drop of each into my palms, rub my palms together, and inhale to help me kind of deal with the pollen in the air. And that's been amazing. So now let's move on to lavender. So lavender is often known as the Swiss Army knife of oils. Our lavender smells different to me than other lavenders I've tried. I wasn't always crazy about lavender as an aroma, but I like the doTERRA lavender more than any lavender I've smelled before. Our lavender is harvested in Bulgaria and in the French Alps. So here are some great uses for lavender. I just talked about using it in conjunction with lemon and peppermint. Sometimes when I'm dealing with the pollen, if my eyes are feeling itchy, I will actually take lavender and rub it on my temples. Or sometimes if you get that itchy feeling, almost like inside your ears are itching, you can actually just rub lavender here. Lavender is great for so many things to do with the skin. So we use it for the occasional bug bites, minor burns. I have a lavender bottle in the kitchen next to the stove. If somebody gets a minor burn, we use it after too much sun. That's been really great. Anything where we need to calm and soothe the skin. So if one of my kids comes to me and has kind of an unexplained rash or something like that, I'll combine the lavender with coconut oil, and we'll often try that to soothe it. Sometimes if we need something a step up, we'll combine it with melaleuca. So I'll talk about that when we get to melaleuca. So it's really great for bug bites. It's fantastic for calming and relaxing. So you can actually add this to a tea or to a lemonade and drink it. And that's very, very calming and relaxing. When you want to de-stress, you can just simply inhale it from your palms. You can put it behind your ears. Another great use for lavender is at night to support sleep. So you can combine it with some carrier oil and rub it on your kids' feet. I know that when we got the oils and I used to rub my kids' feet every night, they loved it. They just love the connecting with their parents, just for that short little time, and it would help kind of soothe and relax them. And so I got a question. Does it help with bruises? Actually, there are other oils that I love to use to support healing from bruises, but I do love lavender for minor bruises as well. So lavender just has so many uses. So again, I kind of said this in the post earlier, but I'm not going to be able to cover all the uses because, to be honest, I'm discovering new uses all the time. Even as an avid, experienced oiler for 5 years, I get new uses for the oils all the time. Here's a different one for lavender. If one of my kids, the other day, one of my kids came into my room with a bloody nose, and so she took the lavender and just rubbed it across the bridge of her nose, and her bloody nose stopped. So just a lot of uses. We use it for splinters. Take a drop of lavender. Let's say somebody gets a splinter, put it right on the splinter and wait a couple of minutes. The splinter will swell up and start to work its way out of the skin, making it easy to grab. And if you have a kid who's really squeamish about getting the splinters, it becomes just easy to pull out, plus the lavender relaxes them. So the lavender is fantastic to use for those kinds of purposes. Okay, so now we're going to move on to peppermint. So peppermint is one of the top selling oils for a very good reason. It's just so useful. So one of my absolute favorite uses for peppermint is just to freshen my breath. So you can actually touch your finger to the top of the bottle and touch it to the roof of your mouth to freshen your breath and even to affect your sinuses. So peppermint is really great for the respiratory system. So sometimes we'll just take a drop of peppermint. So my husband will often do this. Put a drop of peppermint in his palms, breathe it in to kind of open up the sinuses. and to really, really wake you up. So we always have peppermint with us on long drives. It's a great pick-me-up kind of an oil. And so peppermint is fantastic for that reason. So there's other uses for the respiratory system, like you can dilute it in coconut oil, rub it on your chest to help with any kind of respiratory discomfort. It's actually really good for cooling. So if the body is overheated, whether it's because of the weather outside or some other reason, you can dilute peppermint and place it on the back of the neck or even on the spine to help cool off the body. We actually make a peppermint spray in the summertime. So we add a couple of drops to a spray bottle of water and shake it. And then the kids, when they're playing at the park, they come over, they grab the spray the back of their neck and run off and play. Really great for head tension. So if you're having head tension or even neck tension, you can dilute it and rub it in. You want to make sure to rub it in because peppermint is strong. And so you don't want to have it full strength close to your eyes because your eyes will start to water. But if you ever get any of the oils anywhere that you don't want them, just use a carrier oil to dilute them. Do not use water. So if you got peppermint too close to your eye, you don't want to use water because that will actually drive the peppermint in. You want to get any sort of carrier oil, coconut oil or olive oil or anything that will dilute it and rub it in that way. Peppermint is great for the digestive system. Okay, so you tried it on the roof of your mouth. See, doesn't that feel so good? It's really incredible how it can just kind of open you up. So another use for the digestive system is to just put it right over the belly button or even to inhale it. So I used it during my first trimester when I would get nauseous or I would have to go to the grocery store. I kind of looked a little crazy because I was literally walking around the grocery store with an open bottle of oil like this, but it really, really helped me. So it's fantastic for head tension. You can even use it for joints. So peppermint has so many uses. It's really delicious with chocolate. So just a drop or two in your brownie mix, it has been just wonderful. So peppermint is super, super useful. Okay, so now let's jump over to Melaleuca. So as a mom, so this is Melaleuca. It's also called tea tree oil. So Soraya just said something. So I'm going to go back to peppermint for a second. Cracked heels. Peppermint is amazing for cracked heels. So when you have those dry, cracked heels, either combine it with a lotion and put it on your feet and put socks on, or try it in a foot soak. It has been really amazing. Okay, so let me jump back to tea tree oil or Melaleuca. So this is a must-have for us with kids. So we have 5 kids. So we've used it for so many different things. It's a very cleansing oil. It's very immune system. So let me see. Okay, it's great for the scalp. So I've used it even in my baby. She hasn't had cradle cap, but my last baby, who's 4 now, I used it very diluted with extra virgin coconut oil the first time she had cradle cap, and she never had cradle cap again. So it literally was one use. Hi, nice to see all of you. Okay, so what else for Melaleuca? Let's talk about the scalp some more. So let's say you have creepy, crawly critters who like to land in and live in your scalp. This is a great thing to use. It's a great thing to use to make your scalp less hospitable to them. So one thing that you can do, I have a lot of parents who do this. I have a lot of moms who, or dads, who add Melaleuca to the coconut oil or whatever they put in their children's hair in the morning. So just a single drop, comb that through and keep that as prevention. Okay, so now let's talk about the skin or the face. Okay, so let's say you start getting a sty. So I actually was getting one last week. And so I rubbed Melaleuca just into my eyebrow. You don't want to put oils in the eye. So I just rubbed Melaleuca into my eyebrow and into my cheekbone. And my body was able to combat that sty, and it never came to a head. It just disappeared. So another thing is if your child wakes up with a gooey, pink, runny eye, you may want to consider diluting some Melaleuca and putting it around the eye. I've done that successfully, and I've used it for the other kids to prevent them from getting that goop in the eye. So that's been really great. Melaleuca is really great for blemishes or occasional pimples, things like that. So pregnancy turns your body topsy-turvy, and I all of a sudden started getting pimples when I was pregnant. And so this was really, really great for that. It's excellent for a sore throat. You can dilute it and put it around the neck for a child. You can take it internally. It just has so many uses. I want to go back to lavender for a second. So Melaleuca and lavender combined is incredible. And this is another reason I just love this kit with the top 10 oils, because there are so many uses individually, but there's so many ways that you can pair up the oils and get even more results. So lavender and Melaleuca together is fantastic for skin. So if somebody has maybe scaly patches, dry patches on their skin, or just skin irritation, something like that, one of the favorite things that I recommend to try is both lavender and Melaleuca in coconut oil. That has been really effective for a lot of different things in our home. So Melaleuca is really great to keep your nails healthy. Maybe you have somebody in your house with funky toenails, discolored toenails that come from, some internal imbalances. Melaleuca is great to rub into your nails to keep your nails healthy. It's also really great at, like I said, at cleansing. So if somebody has a scrape or something like that, we'll often use Melaleuca to clean that area. So that has been really fantastic, Melaleuca. Okay, and there's, honestly, guys, there are just so many more uses, but I'm keeping track of my time. We could talk for a really long time, but I just really want to cover how much can be done in a shorter amount of time. All right. Now let's talk about frankincense. So frankincense is the kind of oil of all oils. So if you are ever in doubt and you don't know what oil to try frankincense. So frankincense is fantastic for skin imperfections. So if you're like me, if your skin scars really easily or just imperfections show up really easily, applying frank to them is really amazing, frankincense. And it's a great immune boost. It's great for respiratory stuff. So if somebody in our family is kind of hacking up a lung or whatever, we use frankincense both topically and in the diffuser. Frankincense also magnifies the impact of other oils. So if you want to use another oil like lavender for the skin, but you want to increase the impact of it, add frankincense. So frankincense is just, it's just such an incredible oil. We source it from Somalia. So if you get a chance to watch the YouTube video on how we source our frankincense, the story is really quite beautiful. So I'm sure that there's going to be tons of comments about how incredible frankincense is. So just use it when you're in doubt and combine it with the other oils. Another use for frankincense. So my husband actually takes frankincense every day. I'm going to get back to it. He takes frankincense under the tongue every day. You can Google the impact of frankincense and the studies that are being done on frankincense, but he does that preventatively. Frankincense is also something that I love to use to calm my nerves and to help me feel centered and focused. So it's also a fantastic oil emotionally. All right, so now let's jump to oregano. So let me just clarify. Some of you may have used oil of oregano from the health food store. The essential oil is different. However, some of the components are the same. So some of the uses are similar, but the essential oil is different. So oregano is a very powerful, powerful oil. So you want to be sure to dilute it when you use it. But oregano is the oil that I pull out when I need a heavy hitter. So if my immune system is getting wiped out, if something as big is going on, I use oregano. I either dilute it and put it on the feet or spine. That's usually what I do for my kids. But if I have something else going on, like maybe my urinary system is not functioning completely 100%, or maybe my immune system is being attacked in some other way, I will actually take a couple of veggie capsule. I only take it with food, and that really, really helps to just kick that out, whatever it is. Oregano is also really great for skin imperfections like warts or skin tags. So you can actually apply oregano and make sure you dilute because it is a hot oil. You can also use frankincense the same way. And so it's really helpful that way. It's also really delicious in like marinara sauce. It's very strong, so you don't need much. Maybe 1 drop for an entire pot. When you use the oils for cooking, I recommend that you start out with a wooden toothpick. The oils are potent, so a lot of times you don't even need a full drop. Stick a wooden toothpick in the top and then just swirl it into whatever you're cooking to try it that way. So oregano is an incredible oil. So now let's go on to the blends. So doTERRA has some proprietary blends, and 4 of them come in the top 10 oils kit. So let's go over these 4 oils. All right, DigestZen. This is an amazing blend. So it smells like licorice. Some of you love that smell. I do not. So I will tell you, I didn't want to try DigestZen for the longest time because I didn't like the smell of licorice. But you know what? When I used it, I kicked myself. So DigestZen, it's a blend. It has several different oils in it. It has ginger, it has peppermint, it has caraway and coriander and all these things. So as many of you know, my family background, my family's from India. And what amazed me about this blend is these are the same components that Indian people often chew on, the seeds, after a meal to help them digest their food. And so that has just been put into an oil form. And so my mom, when we'd go to a restaurant or whatever, she would encourage me to grab a handful of those seeds and chew them, but I couldn't stand the licorice taste or smell. So I love that I can just use a drop of the oil instead. So DigestZen is great for anything digestive from one end to the other. So we use it for occasional acid reflux, or it saved me during my pregnancy. I used it daily. Any sort of indigestion, any kind of tummy upset. We never travel without DigestZen because, as you probably know, when you travel, you become more prone to just maybe eating something you're not used to eating, motion sickness from driving in the car, things like that. So DigestZen can be used by just simply putting a drop under the tongue, putting a little drop in a shot of water. You can also just rub DigestZen over the belly. You can put it over the like esophageal area if you're feeling discomfort there. I actually have a roll-on, and I just used it yesterday. So my baby was a little fussy yesterday afternoon, and so I had made a roll-on before she was born with a single drop of DigestZen in 10 milliliters. So it pretty diluted, and with 1 drop of oiled wild orange. So whenever she gets fussy and seems like she's gassy, we just put that around her belly button, heavily diluted, and then within a little while she poops. And so that's been amazing. In fact, I have one kid who calls this the farting oil because whenever he has gas, he puts this on his belly to help him with that discomfort. So DigestZen is incredible. All right, so now let's talk about On Guard. So On Guard is the protective blend. This is a powerful immune boost. Oh, and it smells really good. It smells like Christmas to me. So On Guard is a fantastic oil whenever you want to strengthen immunity. So my girl is getting ready to go on an overnight camp, her first overnight camp next week. And we were talking about what she was going to bring with her. And she said to me this morning, Mom, I'm definitely going to bring On Guard soft gels, she said, because I hear that a lot of the kids get sick when they go. So I'm going to bring On Guard. And I was so happy to hear her saying that. On Guard is great. We use it internally. Like if you're getting a tickle in the throat, we'll just put a drop under the tongue. It is spicy, so not everybody's going to want to do that. I have 2 kids who will do that when they feel that tickle in their throat. But you can also rub it on the feet, dilute and rub on the feet or on the spine. I actually have this diluted in a roller by our shoe shelf so that my kids, when they go to put on their shoes to go out, if they remember, they'll grab the On Guard and swipe it on their feet. So this is a really amazing immune booster. This is also great for cleaning, which is why there's a whole range of products. We have the On Guard toothpaste, which is amazing, the laundry detergent, the hand soap, the cleaner concentrate, all of that. And so you can use it for cleaning. We use it in the diffuser. So when my kids have their friends over, and as soon as I hear somebody with a sniffle or a cough, I just put some On Guard in the diffuser just as an extra immune boost for everybody in the room. So On Guard has really done a lot for our family. We used to spend a lot of winters kind of quarantined because it just felt like one thing after the next would wipe away our immune systems. But On Guard has really done the trick. All right, so now this is the 9th oil. Let's talk about Breathe. Okay, so Breathe is the respiratory blend, and it's a beautiful, beautiful blend. I love this blend. And so I'll tell you my favorite way to use it. My favorite way to use Breathe is in the shower. I put a couple of drops. I actually have a bottle of Breathe that sits in my shower. And so when I'm taking a hot, steamy shower, I put a couple of drops of Breathe on the floor of the shower. And it's like a spa experience. It's amazing. And so it helps me in the morning, just kind of open up my respiratory system. It just really helps me breathe. And so it's called Breathe. We also use it for yoga. So it's a really great thing for yoga or any other kind of exercise. Just drop it in your hands, breathe it in. Just really relaxing, opens up your airways. We use it when anybody has any sort of respiratory issue, maybe some congestion or maybe some congestion in the chest. We put it in the diffuser. It's a really relaxing oil. So it's great at night. Breathe combined with lavender is probably one of our favorite nighttime diffuser combos. And so this is really amazing. If you have a partner who snores, or maybe you yourself snore, you might want to try putting some Breathe and lavender in the diffuser. And so, that's an excellent point. Stacy said she loves Breathe, especially since the lava flow began. So a lot of our team has been is in Hilo, where near to where the volcano has been going off in Hawaii for a while. And so the respiratory oils, especially Breathe, have been really, really helpful because they're breathing in fog regularly. And so it's nowhere near that bad, but we live here in Utah and there's an inversion. And so we deal with a lot of pollutants and stuff. And so Breathe is a must-have for those situations. So we really, really love the Breathe oil. Okay, and then the last blend that's part of the kit is this Deep Blue oil. So the Deep Blue oil is amazing for muscles and joints. So my husband earlier, he talked about the Deep Blue rub, his favorite as the, massage therapist and as a sporty guy who is often getting injured. He loves the Deep Blue rub. So the Deep Blue oil is my favorite. So the oil is very cooling. It's called the Soothing Blend. So I carry my stress and tension in my neck and shoulders. So when I am getting overwhelmed with my life, you can find me hunched up. And so Deep Blue works amazingly well for that. So I dilute it, I rub it into my neck, I rub it into my shoulders. This is actually my favorite for head tension. So some people love peppermint for head tension. I rarely ever get head tension, rarely. If I get it though, it's pretty extreme. So if I get it, then I put Deep Blue on my neck, I put it in here. I used Deep Blue across my back for back labor when I was just had my baby a few weeks ago. And I used it afterwards to help me with some muscle discomfort. And so you guys just put monthly discomfort. Yes, absolutely. Deep Blue is amazing for that. It's incredible for growing pains. So if you have a kid who wakes up in the middle of the night, clutching their calf or whatever, Deep Blue can work really, really well for that, for muscles and joints. It's really great for even like your joints in your fingers, your wrists, anything like that. So anywhere in the body where you have discomfort with your muscles or joints. So now I've covered a little bit of each of the 10 oils, but what I actually want to do is tell you a little bit more about what you can do when you have all 10 of these. So if one of my team that's watching can link up the spinal in the comments so people can look at it, the post where I talk about the spinal. So one of our family's favorite immune boosts is oregano, On Guard, melaleuca, lemon, Breathe, and peppermint. So these 6 oils are all found in this kit, right? And so by using oregano, On Guard, melaleuca, lemon, Breathe, and peppermint along the spine, you can really have a very, very powerful immune boost. So somebody will, and if somebody doesn't, I'll do it after, but there's a specific way to apply the oils to the spine in this particular order with these 6 oils. And I do that whenever somebody in our family is kind of facing a big immune issue, you know, maybe somebody starts feeling really run down or worn out, and it's obvious that something big is about to come on, we use this and we call it the spinal. And somebody taught this to me years ago, and I love to share it because it's helped our family so very much. So I'm going to take some questions, but before I take questions, I just want to say that if you are not yet using doTERRA and you would like to get these 10 oils, there are some amazing deals going on right now, but I would guide you back to whoever's been guiding you with the oils. So whoever invited you to this class today, whoever's been guiding you in how to use these oils and teaching you about doTERRA, go to them and I'm sure they would love to help you. And if the person who's been guiding you is me, reach out to me and I would love to help you if getting these 10 oils is what you would like to do. So I'm going to go ahead and answer questions. If anybody has questions. Oh, Stacy and Luella, I'm so glad the spinal has helped you. I know the spinal has been amazing. So thank you for sharing that link. Okay, does anyone else have any questions? I know you guys have commented quite a bit, but I can't see anything but the newest comments. So if there are questions in the comments, I will come back and answer them. But thank you guys for being with me. It was fun to teach you guys about the top 10 oils. And one last thing I'll share is doTERRA has 2 kits that have the top 10 oils. One of those kits has these full-size bottles where the bottles are all 15 mils except the deep blue and a diffuser. And then one of the kits, if somebody wants to make a smaller investment, is right here. The bottles are 1/3 the size. So you can kind of see the difference. So one of the kits would be more like a sampler kit, and then the other kit has the full-size bottle, and it also has a diffuser. So that's a pretty incredible starter deal. The one with the diffuser wasn't around when I got started. So you're welcome. You're really welcome. I'm so glad that I was able to do this. Huh? Okay. So the spinal post is in the comments. I saw Cherie shared that. So go ahead and click there to learn more in detail. And if you are on my team, there's a video demo of the spinal. So anybody who gets started with our team, if you're watching this and it's still July 2018, if you're in the United States, the deals associated with getting a kit, if you get the smaller Family Essentials kit that has the 5 milliliter bottles, you get a free wild orange, which wild orange is an incredible mood oil, as well as lots of other uses. And if you get the kit with the full 15 bottles and the diffuser, you'll get a free wild orange and a free copaiba, which is actually the oil that I shared in the very start of the class as my favorite oil. So somebody asked a question about deodorant. So I want to share that. So, quite a few of these oils are really good, but I would say that Melaleuca would be the one that I would use. So Melaleuca is really great at getting rid of smell, like really, and it's very, very antibacterial. So if somebody has shingles, one way that I would support them, I would actually make a spray with lavender, Melaleuca, and frankincense and start there. But there are some other ways to support the body. And Luella, I will send you a recipe of something that has supported other people through it. But of these 10 oils, I would use the lavender, Melaleuca, and frankincense. So any other questions? I think I got the deodorant question, but I don't know if there was another question that I missed before that. Oh, you took it to Japan. I don't ever travel without the oils. So one thing I learned that the hard way. Several years ago when I first started with the oils, I went somewhere and I forgot to bring them, and I was really, really regretting it. So I don't ever travel anywhere without the oils. Okay, a question about acne. Okay, so that's great. So as I mentioned, Melaleuca is really great for, occasional blemishes. If somebody has consistent skin issues like acne, I would really recommend targeting that both from the inside and from the outside. So rebalancing the gut and considering doing doTERRA's Cleanse and Restore Kit would definitely be a big one for somebody with consistent acne. Some people, a trigger for acne is their hormones, and so hormonal balance is another one. You may want to try Clary Calm to help balance the hormones. It might be a nutritional issue, so Lifelong Vitality would be really good. And there's a whole line called HD Clear skincare. So the HD Clear kit comes with the oil, so you can use that topically. It comes with the face wash. And so my daughter, she started to have a little bit of acne, and we got her the HD Clear skin line, and it's been gone. So, okay, do you declare your oils when you fly? So, good question. So in the United States, so TSA or like international policy might be slightly different, but the policy is basically 1 quart size bag, and everything has to be under 3 ounces. So these are definitely under 3 ounces. You have 2 choices. You can fit as many oils as you want into a quart size bag, but that also includes if you're going to take shampoo, conditioner, things like that. The other thing that I have done is when I have felt like I really needed to take more oils than that, I have put them in a different case. I pull them out when it's time to go through security, and I tell them that they are medicinal liquids and that I use them as, for my health. And so I can't guarantee anything. I do fly an awful lot, and I have never had my oils taken away. Okay, so which of these oils would be useful for mood-related support? Excellent question. So to be honest, in a way, all of them. And I say that because every oil has physical uses and it has emotional uses. So for some people, the lavender, it's very calming, it's very relaxing. For a lot of people, peppermint is actually a really great mood support. So peppermint is kind of a very, it can help you just kind of release, negative emotions and just kind of feel energetic and feel better, just really kind of boost you up. Frankincense is probably my favorite mood oil out of these 10. Lemon is also a really fantastic mood oil. And even deep blue. So it kind of really depends on you. It depends on you and what you're drawn to. One thing that I really, really love is watching my kids with the oils, because kids haven't yet learned to shut off their intuition. And so when we first started oils, my soon-to-be 7-year-old, he'll be 7 this weekend, he was just a toddler. And he used to, as soon as he saw me pull out the oils, he'd pull up his shirt and yank off his socks and show me his feet. He wanted oils. He intuitively knew, even though he couldn't talk, he would point to the bottles that would help him. And so I really encourage you, when you're looking at your emotional issues, things like that, to try to learn to listen to your body. Smell the oil and see if that's something that you're drawn to, and you might be surprised at how much it can help you. So, okay, so never had issues. Okay, sleep patterns. So sleep patterns, again, with these top 10 oils, lavender, frankincense would probably be the ones that I would recommend most for sleep. Lavender and frankincense. I will be doing a class just on sleep and managing stress in the future, and I'll be talking about other oils. But to be honest, the thing that I have seen the most after helping so many hundreds of people over the years, most often what addresses sleep is proper nutrition. And so when people are taking the Lifelong Vitality supplements and they're really improving their diets, a lot of times their sleep will improve. And in the meantime, they're using different sleep support oils, which I'll address in a future class. So any other questions? Yeah, your kids as well. Yeah, isn't it amazing? It's amazing to watch them. So yes, Breathe is great for sleep. Actually, Breathe is a great emotional oil. So a lot of times we feel grief in our lungs. So if we're grieving, whether it's the loss of a loved one, or maybe just a missed opportunity, some kind of heaviness or sadness, Breathe is fantastic to just kind of open up those lungs and kind of help us to release those feelings. So there's just so many uses for these oils. And I just honestly, our lives have changed so much as a result of these 10. We started with these 10 oils. Over the years, I've accumulated every oil. And so we've got tons and tons of oils now. But even just starting with these 10 was a perfect first step for us. We started with these 10, started learning about all the multiple uses, how we could support, as you can see, your respiratory system, your skin, your immunity, emotionally, so many different things we were able to manage with just these 10 oils. And that really opened us up to the world of doTERRA and essential oils and really managing everything, almost everything in our lives naturally. So I'm just so grateful that we've had these oils in our lives for the last, oops, somebody's calling me. Let me shut that off. We've had these oils in our lives for the last 5 years, and I'm grateful that I was able to share with you guys. So feel free to ask any further questions, and I'll pop back on and answer. You're welcome. It was good to see so many of you here. So, oh, I see there's like over 100 comments, so I will be sure to check if there's any questions I missed. Okay. So happy to have been here with all of you. I hope this was useful. Feel free to share this with other people or to tag anybody who could use it. I'm hoping that this can help a lot of people and help you be more empowered. You know, if you've purchased your kit and you don't know what to do with it, this is a great way to just learn what you can do. And if you haven't gotten one yet, let us know. We would love to help you. Okay. You guys are awesome. Bye.